Was talking to Cardia Saraf today. I'm in touch with her on social media, and we met. Well, I interviewed her last year for the podcast, but we met when I visited New York, and I just mentioned to. I've kept it under wraps that I was talking to you, but I did mention it to Cardia, and she said, "Oh, I met Erik at the Resurrection premiere last year," and you said to her that you thought that she was the female version of Doakes in Resurrection, and she said she took that as a great compliment.
Yes. I definitely felt that way. I felt, obviously not a replacement, not there's a dogged determination that her character has. There's a way that she's able to suss things out. She hears it, she feels it, she senses it, she intuits it. And that very much reminds me of Doakes. And she's straight ahead with it,
Yeah, absolutely. I misquoted it when I said, did I say?
And by the way, she's a lovely actress. Lovely actress.
Yes, so say us all. Yeah. Yeah, we love Cardia here. I think I probably misquoted that. Did I say Doakes replacement? I think she said the female version.
Yes, that's what you said.
Not a direct substitute.
That is what you said. Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
But she said to say hi. So Erik, thank you ever so much for joining me today. It's an absolute privilege and an honor to be talking to you now, and I'm having to pinch myself, and I thought I might be a little bit intimidated looking at, because to me you're James Doakes,
Correct. Well,
but obviously
by the end of our conversation, I'll be both. So
you'll be both. Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I bet you get people approaching you as fans and talking to you like you're Doakes, but of course, that was a job. That was a role for you.
Right. And it happens online a lot. It happens in my DMs a lot. And sometimes you just have to, gently, lovingly remind people that it's a character. Watch how you talk to me.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mind your P's and Q's, as we say.
Yeah. But I gotta say this. I think part of it is also that people identify with the character so much, and they identify with the storytelling, that they really do have a parasocial relationship. They really believe that they know these people, and you have to remind them sometimes it's just a character, folks.
Yes. Yeah. Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
So, turning back the clock a bit, sort of pre-Dexter, you'd already had quite a varied career before you became a part of this new show. You'd worked with directors like Clint Eastwood and Brian De Palma. Looking back, which projects do you think really shaped you most as an actor in those early years?
I would say that they probably all did in different ways. I can't think of, working with, the first time I worked with the only time I worked with Brian De Palma, Casualties of War, Sean Penn, Michael J. Fox, Ving Rhames, an incredible cast. But it was the first time I went out of the country to go shoot a film. So, I'm younger in my career, and, it's an opportunity to create a world, create a character, a world, an experience that stayed with me. So those moments are memorable. Working with Morgan Freeman on Street Smart, but it's a continuum. So I can't say that one particular role popped out. Working on Oz with Lauren Velez and Diaz.
Yeah. I mean, that was a great show. I love that.
Man. Yeah. So to work with them again on Dexter, just by the happenstance of the universe, was a beautiful thing. So, it's always the experiences that stay with you. For me as an actor, because of course I'm working from the inside out. So it's always the experience, how I'm made to feel after an experience.
Yeah. So who inspired you growing up as you were a young aspiring actor? Who were your idols in the acting world? Who did you think, I want to be like that? Or actors who whose style maybe you wanted to emulate, or do you know what I mean?
I do. I think I know what you mean. I can't really say James Earl Jones. I mean, back then, you know what I mean?
Mm,
I'd seen James Earl Jones in Fences on Broadway. Denzel is a few years older than I am, so I'd seen his work, of course. But it's always it's always an amalgam of different actors,
mm,
and the amalgam of possibility. Al Pacino, De Niro, all the people that we all love. Those actors who just kind of lay it out. Morgan Freeman, and later, Morgan Freeman, Street Smart was one of the first big films that he did. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor in that film. So to watch his process, Christopher Reeves, who was also in Street Smart, to watch their process as a young actor, just watching them work, watching them navigate the set, navigate the text, the storytelling, was fundamental in the beginning of my career. So.
mm, mm. And then when Dexter came along, how did that part come to you? Did you audition?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It came to me on the page. It came to me as an
Yeah.
audition,
Yeah.
I picked the script up and I thought, wow, this dude,
Mm.
he was, bench pressed more than anybody else in the gym. He had a lot of really great profanity, which I love.
Who doesn't?
Right. You get paid for using dirty words. That's not a bad
Yeah.
thing. And my father also was in law enforcement. So
Okay.
I had family members, I had friends who were in law enforcement. So I felt like I had a sense of who he was and how he moved through the world. And then it was just, about different gradations of creating character and backstory and all of that. So
Yeah.
it was just an audition initially.
Yes. Yeah. So what was the process? Did you meet the producers immediately, or a casting director? How did that?
I think, I met the casting director immediately. And then I don't even know if I had a callback. I think I went to Network afterwards, where I met at that time James Manos and all this, people at Showtime, because that's where the show was initially, and read with Michael.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool. He'd been feet under, and I appreciated his work. But of course, it had not become the juggernaut that it is now. But just actors in the room, playing, creating character, telling stories.
Yeah. So, are you aware of anyone else who might have been in contention for the role? Was it a close thing, or was it always you?
Of course, but I would never say.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
buttoned up.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just say this: there was an actor that I knew well enough. An actor. Actors see each other all the time. They run into each other at auditions, and I tend to be a cheerleader for everybody, because I believe that everybody gets their good. All good is not your good. Some of it is just good.
Yes.
So I know that somebody else will get a role, and I'm excited for them. Of course, I was excited that I got this role, but had he gotten the role, I would have been very happy for him as well.
Yeah. So what was your you've kind of alluded to this a little bit already. What was your first impression of James Doakes as a person?
He was a pit bull.
That's a good word for it.
Right? Yeah, he had a dogged determination. Nothing or no one was going to get in his way. He needed answers. And from the very first scene when you see him, when he drops the cokehead murders photos on the desk, right? And he tells him, get to it, right? He says, what do you think? I'm here to invite you to my nephew's bris? And he says, I didn't know you were Jewish. He says, shut the fuck up. Right. From that moment, man, you're like, I know who this dude is.
Yeah.
I was along for the ride from that moment, brother.
Yeah. Now on that, Doakes could have been a one-note angry detective, angry cop, but you brought humor, little bit of humility, and great intelligence to the part. How did you sort of find that right balance in your performance?
Gareth, it was on the page, to be honest with you. It was about just playing with it, and then you have relationship with the other actors. But none of those people ask me often, how much improvisation there was. There wasn't much at all.
Mm.
The surprise motherfucker, the freak tards, all those comments
Yeah.
were on the page, man. So it was just about bringing a little bit of flavor, a little seasoning, a little
Yeah.
swag. You know, the way he walked, the way he talked, you know, the way he
Yeah.
moved through space obviously was my work. But
Mm.
I gotta say, we gotta give props to Jeff Lindsay for creating the character from the very beginning in his
Yeah.
books. Do you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, a lot of it was on the page.
Mm. Were you a fan of the books? Were you familiar with them before the show?
I read the first book, Darkly Dreaming Dexter.
Okay.
And as we know, I don't know if people know this from the books, but Doakes ended up with, you know, some of his extremities cut off and his tongue cut out, you know. And actually, I'll just share it, but Dexter actually saves him in the book.
Okay.
Now, of course, you know, mutilated, but and he can't go after, obviously can't go after Dexter at that point. And he doesn't have a tongue, so he can't tell a story. But yeah, he actually saves him in the book. So I read the first book, but because I knew that the storyline would be very different than what Jeff Lindsay had crafted. But that's source material. We have to give a lot of props to him for that.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, for creating all these wonderful characters.
He created a world, man. He created an entire world where a serial killer is, you know, the protagonist. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, like George Lucas to Star Wars.
Exactly.
So the pilot was shot in Miami. What do you have many memories of shooting that pilot out there?
Yeah, I remember. You know, Miami's humid, so it's sweltering. It was a character in and of, you know, the Art Deco, the saturation of colors. If you look at the pilot, it just looks beautiful. You know, it looks like Miami, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I remember most about it, because as I said to you, it's always about the experience for me. That there were these journeyman actors. All of us had experience, obviously, but we did not know what we were creating. We were just there to create, you know, tell story, to have relationship with each other as actors, as characters. We had absolutely no idea that this was going to become what it became. So fond memories of hanging out, running lines, eating food, you know, South Beach. Just, you know, it was a beautiful time and a very sort of, I'm not going to say naive, but it was we just didn't know what we had gotten into.
And it picked up steam, didn't it? Once it was on the air,
absolutely,
it gained momentum quickly.
20 years later, still there.
Yeah,
they're still there.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it speaks volumes, doesn't it? That after 20 years, that the appetite from fans is still as ravenous.
I cannot tell you, Gareth, how much that means. It's the fans that have kept going. It is the fans that have kept the character going 18 years later. I left Dexter in 2008 the first time.
Yeah.
Came back a couple times, popped in. But yeah, I mean, it's all the fans. To this day, I can go to the store. I can go anywhere I go. People still acknowledge Sgt. Doakes.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And obviously playing opposite Michael C. Hall, you mentioned that he was hot from 6 Feet Under, which was a fantastic show and beloved in its own right. But wow, indeed, how different a part.
Exactly.
for Michael, but his performance as Dexter is often so restrained. But I think you both brought your own brand of intensity to the role, your own unique. You both intense, but in different ways. So how did acting opposite him influence your performance?
It's like being on a field with an athlete. You know, it's we're in the zone because we're playing characters, right? So whatever he's given, I'm popping it back. You know what I mean? So while I said Doakes is like a pit bull, he was as well, just different. There's a nuance. There's a way that Michael moves through. And as he, you know, inhabited and embraced and created that character more, the more he could just drop right in. You know, if he's there, you got to show up. You know.
Yeah.
So it's Doakes and Dex.
Yeah.
At that
Yes.
point, it's no longer
Yes.
Erik and Mike. You know, we're Michael and I are very different people than our characters in a lot of ways. Michael's hilarious, by the way, witty, smart, all of those things. You know, but as Dexter, he's lethal.
Yes. Yeah. And what a lot of actors say is that a large percentage of acting is reacting. So if you've got someone who's on a level playing opposite you, you
That's right.
almost automatically raise your own game to match.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
If he's I mean, if we're playing tennis, if he goes over there, I'm going. If he goes over there, I'm going. You know, he goes to the backfield, I got to get back there. You know, so yeah, working with Michael is it's always been a joy. From day one, it's always been a joy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when fans think about Doakes and Dexter together, there's obviously one particular scene that immediately comes to mind. But for you, as Erik,
Is it? What scene is that, Gareth?
it's the one where you're in the bar, I think, and no.
No, I seriously want to know. I would be curious to see what's out to know what scene it pops out, whether it's surprise motherfucker in the, you know, I don't know. I really don't know.
For me personally, there are two scenes that stand out.
Please.
That's one of them, at the container,
really?
and the other one is the one where is the I own you scene.
Gotcha.
That's for me. Mm-hmm. I mean, other fans may name another one.
Yeah, in the office where we had the fight. Right?
Yeah,
and,
yeah. I mean, for drama, and a kind of an oh shit moment. You know, it's on.
Yeah. But I think for me, it might be some of the cabin scenes. Quite honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that work, man. To the stillness of both of those characters, my desire, Doakes' desire to get out of the cage, or to invite him into the cage, telling him I'll go along with you, you know, I'll help you turn yourself in, you know. I love that work, man. I love that work.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, those sequences are memorable, and that was where I think as viewers we were really feeling for Doakes, even though we're all rooting for Dexter to keep doing his Dextery thing, and Doakes was in the way of that. Yeah. But I think the predicament, and like you were stuck between a rock and a hard place because of Dexter's code.
Yeah. Well, we knew he couldn't do it, right? He couldn't take him out.
No,
you knew that in the back of your mind. You're like, well, if he does that, he breaks Harry's code, so he can't take him out. And here comes that bitch, Lila.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And then, of course, she played straight into Dexter's hands by doing that. But
a lot of love to Jamie. She was amazing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very, very memorable. So, would you say that the cabin sequences are the scenes you're most proud of? In terms of scenes opposite Michael?
So. Well, I'm proud of all of the work, obviously. I love the little quips, I love the little fast comments. You know, even when Doakes believes that Dexter has an addiction, and he says, listen, I get it, you know, just keep your nose clean and we'll be okay. You know, there are a lot of really nice moments. But those scenes in the cabin, understanding what he was up against, telling him about his father.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's also, Gareth, I don't know if a lot of audience members acknowledge this or understand this or know this, I should say, but that's the moment that they call each other by their first names.
Yes. Yeah. They had a kind of, it was in a very surreal sort of way, but they reached a kind of.
They did.
You know what I mean? Like a connection.
Yes. Yeah, they did. And Doakes thought he was getting out. He was like, man, I'll go with you. Come on, man. And then all of a sudden, he said, I'll come back. He's like, oh, God.
Yeah. Do you get, as an actor, do you get a little adrenaline rush when you're filming a scene that you just know you're making something special?
Yes. I think it's, you know, whether we call it flow, you know, the flow of it all. You can tell most of the times you can tell when you've nailed it, you know?
Yeah.
It feels right, you know? Now, of course, once it's it's out there, then the audience interprets it or the editors do what they do with it. But that's not, that's not the gig. The gig is to come and tell the story and bring all of your gear with you. So,
yeah. So on that, when you, I mean, we've already touched on the surprise motherfucker scene, but when you shot that, did you have that sense that this is gonna pop?
No, I had absolutely no idea, man. I knew that that was a little bit of a fight, a struggle with the two of them, and in some ways, it looked like Dexter had the drop on him on Doakes, but Doakes is like, I knew it. I knew you weren't just a lab geek, So that was it was a great moment, but social media has taken surprise motherfuckers. A lot of love to a gentleman, Darius Benson, I think is his name, who did the original, one of the first Vines back in the day, which was surprise motherfucker, French fries, no lies,
Yeah.
It took on a life of its own. So, I had no idea.
That's great, because we at my work, my day job, we do that in the office sometimes. We'll just I mean, we all know what it means. So sometimes when something unexpected happens, someone will say it, and then someone else will go, French fries, motherfucker, and then meat pies, motherfucker, steak eyes, mother.
Exactly.
And we'll just see how long we can keep it going.
Thank you, Darius Benson. That was he was.
Yeah. But that's immortality right there.
It is
beyond the TV show itself.
It's quite a compliment, man.
Yes, yeah. How long did it take you to shoot the fight choreography? Because there was a bit of sort of toing and froing, wasn't there?
I'm sure it was just that day, man. It
Yeah.
was one of the things on the call sheets, one of the scenes on the call sheets. I can't tell you exactly how long, but everything's well choreographed, and we always had great stunt coordinators, and it was always a safe space. Even, you think about, of course, I never had to deal with being on the table, thank God. But, the set was always people were always well taken care of.
Yeah, that's good. And in between takes, were you, because obviously it was the mood of the scene was very intense. When the director shouted cut, would you go your separate ways, or would you have a bit of a laugh in between, try and stay in the zone?
Yeah, pretty much. And then maybe a high five at the end. But between takes, I'm not gonna hang out. No. I want to stay as close to the space of the character as I can.
Yeah. And I'm sure Michael was the same. I was watching Dexter's Kill Room tonight, the latest one with Erik and Kristen.
Erik King and Kristen. Yeah. That came out today, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Time difference.
Yeah, it was today. So they were saying about Michael, how when he's shooting, he's generally pretty serious, because he's got to stay in that.
That's right.
In that zone, because of the number of sort of close-ups of him giving a look, or doing his voiceover or whatever,
or being the character, which is what it is. Right.
Yes.
Just being right. But I have to say, Michael has an incredible sense of humor. So if something funny happens, it just happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's quick. He's pretty quick.
Yeah. Was there anyone in the cast who was the opposite, who was maybe the set, the studio clown, the studio joker?
I think we all were at different times. C.S. Lee is hilarious. Michael, like I said, Jennifer's got a great sense of humor, and a quick sense of humor. So, it's everybody had their moments, I'm sure. You have to have a bit of that levity to work the hours that we work. And then the crew, the crew is incredible on the show. So we get the work done, but it doesn't mean it has to be arduous, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, of the people I've spoken to from the show, they all talk about the wonderful atmosphere on set. And that includes actors and people like Scott and Clyde.
Oh my God.
Talk about, how much of a family atmosphere it is, all very cordial. From your perspective, what was it about that group of people that made the chemistry so special?
Well, for me, we started off together. I'm gonna. This is. I don't know if you can see this, but we
Oh,
started off together, right? I don't
yeah,
know if you
yeah,
see it, right?
yes.
I think this is our first photo shoot,
Hmm.
and I don't know if the audience can actually see it, but all but one of those people are gone. So
Yes.
only, only dad is still around,
Yeah,
right? But well, and some would say he was gone before everybody else.
he
But
was.
there was this, I don't know, man. There was this chemistry. There was this magic of starting this
Mm,
thing together,
mm,
uh, and watching it. Even from for me, who I left 18 years ago, I left Dexter in 2008. So I'm always cheering for them, man. Whether it's
mm.
New Blood, whether it's Resurrection, I'm still cheering for it because of my connection initially,
Yeah. Team
and for
Dexter all the
and
way.
for the showrunners. You know, the showrunners, the
Yeah.
writers, like so much love and respect for them, man.
Mm, yeah. And you've got someone like you've got the continuity of Scott Reynolds, who's been
Mhm.
there since practically the beginning. Obviously, his job title has uh, evolved over the
Indeed,
years, but you've got that
indeed.
continuity. I mean, Clyde was there for 4 seasons
Right.
and then has come back recently, but Scott's been there all the way through. So to this very day,
Yeah.
where they're probably shooting as we speak, he's still there involved. I mean, it's
Marco Ciego. Yeah. Marco.
Marcos. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's yeah, it's amazing. And having been on set, obviously not in a sort of employee capacity, but I felt it with just watching and observing and listening and everyone was so friendly with each other and
Mhm.
even if there was a little issue to be sorted out, it was all very it just gave you a nice vibe, a nice feel, a nice atmosphere.
Yeah,
um
and at this point, it's a well-oiled machine. You know.
mm,
So I'm glad you had that experience.
yeah,
That was my
yeah,
experience. Back to it.
mm,
A lot of the crew members, were new, but that vibe was still there.
yeah,
The love for the work was still there. So
yes, yeah. Now we mentioned you held up your photo there, and there's I mean that's a lovely memento to have from your time on the show.
yeah.
A very young Jennifer Carpenter on the picture there.
Hmm.
Um, for me as a fan, I always felt that although the show was called Dexter, Deb was the heart of the show,
Mm.
and her arc throughout was incredible, really, and to see what they put poor Jennifer through as an actress. Wow. But you shared a lot of scenes with her.
I did.
What was she like as a scene partner? Was she fun to work with? Was she?
She's absolutely fun to work with, and
Mm,
just the character that was drawn. If you see her going from a rookie cop, trying not to make mistakes, but having again good intuition, like her brother, like
mm,
her father, right?
yeah.
Uh, that's what I remember most is that there was an eagerness about her character at the beginning. you know,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
was, I'm like, she's smoking on the crime scene. I'm like, what are you doing? Right? Like
Mm,
Doakes is saying to her, what are you doing? And just to watch the evolution of that character and to watch Jennifer inhabit it, it was a joy
yes.
to watch. She's a hard worker as an actress. She's compassionate. She's thoughtful. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. There's a scene that comes to mind that you shared with her when she comes to dinner with
Mm.
you and your family. Now when we were talking about memorable scenes,
Yeah,
that's
that
that's
was
up
fun.
there.
That was fun.
When we
That
got
was
a little peek behind Doakes's curtain.
yeah. Thank you for bringing that up, man. That was and it was, I mean, he was squirming. Dokes was squirming,
Yeah.
and she's laying into it. She's like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
tell me more, in that way. When you go home with your family, you just hope they're on good behavior because you're with your coworkers or, your new
Yeah.
girlfriend or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
you hope your family's on good behavior.
Don't embarrass me.
Yes. Yeah. And she just drew it out. She loved every bit of it. So yeah, that was a good time. Good scene.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So as your character goes through the show, when did you learn that the writers planned for Doakes to find out Dexter's secret. Was that something you got told from the start?
No.
Because you didn't, obviously, Doakes didn't find out for sure
Right.
until season 2.
Right.
So how were you sort of let in on what the plan was?
Well, the plan was I was let in on the plan, Gareth, when I was called in to say we have some good news and we have some bad news.
Okay.
Right. Right.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So that's what I was, and as an actor, it would not have served me to know too far in advance anyway. You never want to play the end of the show, the scene, the character. Although hopefully I'm adept enough to have handled that. I believe I am. But when I was called in and said, we have some good news and we have some bad news, the good news is we're going to write some good stuff for you. And the bad news is, right. And so it was, obviously, if he's going to die, there's a reason why he's dying. And I knew after having been on the show that it couldn't belie the code because Doakes was not a bad guy. No. Right. He's had some, he has a past.
Yeah.
Dexter has a past too, right? We all got a past.
Yeah.
Right? So, I knew then. That's when I found out that this was going to be the end of the road for Doakes.
Yeah. So was that pre-season 2? Just leading up
to
starting season 2?
Oh, it was during season 2.
During.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was maybe I'd say maybe 1 or 2 episodes before it happened. Maybe 1 or 2. Yeah, I can't remember exactly, but they were very kind. They were very gracious in sharing it with me because, they don't have to. I could have turned the page at a table read and figured it out.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that would have been a surprise, motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah.
That would have been a lot to process in that moment. My first thought was, I mentioned this before, my first thought was the cast, to be honest with you. We'd all started out together, and I'd gotten very close to Luna Velez, who's a dear, dear friend to this day. Just went to premiere her first directorial film. Yeah. So
I saw that.
And as I said, I worked with David and Luna on Oz. So, we were tight, and I was the first to go. So how were they gonna deal with that? I just didn't want, I didn't want to go for another 3 or 4 episodes of, oh, what a shame. So,
yeah.
I wanted to just, and even with the crew, I just wanted to go in and get the work done, put my head down and get the work done. So
yeah, I remember asking David Zayas when I spoke to him some time ago. This was around the time of season 7. I asked him if ever the time comes that your character gets written out, how would you feel about that? And he said, well, he was very sort of philosophical about it. He said, the show's called Dexter.
That's right.
And everyone else is here to serve Dexter's story.
That's exactly right.
And that's it.
That's exactly right.
If it serves the story for me to go, then so be it.
Yeah, that is exactly right. We're there to serve the story. Some actors get, listen, it is a personal experience. We create these characters. We figure out what they eat, how they walk, what their backstory is, what their relationships are, what the conflict. We do all the actors' work. So you never really want to let go of the character, right? I love those, man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're there to serve the work. And if you've done your job well, they'll miss you when you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm grateful that I do get a lot of love from fans. So I think I did all right.
Yeah. Did you when you were filming season 2 and what happened to Doakes, did you see Doakes as the hero of the story?
I can't say I saw him as the hero. I mean, the way he went out. No, I wouldn't say he was the hero of this. For me, he was. I'm seeing the character from the inside out. So he's certainly championing the truth and justice and fair play and all those things, right? But he's the hero of the story. I don't know. He didn't. What did he save?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, do you feel that in your opinion, obviously the writers had their own plans, but do Did you feel that Doakes got killed off too early?
No, that's not for me to say, to be honest with you. I feel that he couldn't have gone 8 seasons saying, "I'm watching you, motherfucker," and not found something.
Yeah.
Right? Fans say that for sure. They
Mm.
would have seen him a couple more seasons. But I'm not in the writer's room. I leave that to those who do that. It was my understanding. I later found out that it was always that Dokes was always going to be killed off. He was killed off, not killed off, but he met a certain demise in the books, right?
Mm.
So, in order for him to authentically be who he was, Gareth, he had to find something at some point.
Yes.
Otherwise, what is he doing? I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching you. I know you're watching.
Yeah.
Me.
So what? Yeah. Yeah. So it would have been a disservice to the intellect of the man to drag it out. He
truly who he appeared to be. He would have had to find something. He was not going to let it go. Yeah. And you heard it. People were saying, like, if Maria was like, if you just let it go, leave him alone. Nope, can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Said those exact words.
Yep.
I can't do it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Is there anything about Doakes that you'd have liked to have explored further, or any new avenues you would have liked to have explored with the character?
That's a great question. Thank you for that. More of his backstory, more of his military service. When he's running across the street, chasing the guy down who ends up, he shoots him.
Yes.
Under the bridge.
Yeah.
Like what that was all about. The special ops. He had a background and more of his family, because there was a reason that character showed up the way he did. There was a reason he's so protective and loyal, madly loyal to the people that he cared about. And there was a lot of banter with C.S. Lee's character, right? With Masuka and with La Gueta, with Jennifer's character. There was a lot of banter. There's a lot of inner office love and jokes, So I would like to explore that more.
Yeah, and it's that levity there on the page that creates this wonderful balance of the light and the dark in the show.
Absolutely.
Because there's some pretty grim stuff that goes on in the show, but then we have these laugh out loud moments and these quirky bits between the characters that just makes us love these people and care about what happens to them.
Yeah.
So
so when would come through. So great writing. Absolutely great writing.
Yeah. Did you at the time, did you have any idea that Doakes would become such a fan favorite? Did you have a sense of a growing fandom for him when you left the show?
Yes, when I left the show, for sure. But not while I was doing the show. While I was doing the show, I got a lot of leave Dexter alone.
Okay.
There was a lot of, I hate Doakes, because, people were rude. We have the inside track with Dexter. We have his inner monologue. We know what he's thinking. We know that he's broken in places. We know that, right? We know that he was born in blood. We know that. So we're rooting for him to have his own hero's journey, right? Anybody who gets in the way of that is working counter to what our instincts tell us that we want. So there was a lot of, I got some, some people liked it, but some people hated him. And then when he was gone, they were like, "Oh man, we missed those."
And people still say it now.
They do.
And we might have got some more through the prequel series, Original Sin.
Yeah.
Because they have Clyde and Scott have both said that they would have explored young Doakes. Had the show continued, which would have been fun.
Yeah, for some. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. It would have been fun, and for all those Original Sin fans, I know that many of them were heartbroken. I totally get that. I just can't imagine somebody else playing Doakes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to me, you barely look a day older than season 2. To me, I think you could have done it.
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
But
it would have been interesting to see what that story would have been, the backstory.
Yeah, and maybe they could have explored some of those things you were just talking about.
Oh, I'm sure they would.
some of that military
it
history.
will happen. You never know.
Yeah. I've just remembered my sister-in-law Zelly. I mentioned to her that I was talking to you, and she wanted me to ask specifically, were you surprised that "Surprise Motherfucker" became one of the one of the world's biggest memes?
Well, you
Obviously,
first of all tell Zelly, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that. Right. Thank you for the question. No, I was I surprised? I was shocked. Is what I say. Right. I'm shocked that those memes continue to recirculate. There's the I can't prove it meme. There's the one when I'm looking at the other actor. Like there's this meme. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up in the meme world, if you will.
No.
This is relatively new for me, as it is for all of us.
Yeah.
So it has taken on a life of its own. And Gareth, I have to tell you, there are people who tell me they discover the show and go, "Oh, that's the meme guy," and I'm like, I'm a whole ass actor here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. Listen, I take the love wherever it comes, man. I receive it. I'm appreciative, and I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity. And I'm grateful that the fans love the show and love the character.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's still very much beloved, and as are you as a representative of the show. You still go to conventions, don't you, and meet the fans.
I love meeting the fans, man.
Yeah,
I love it. I actually listen. Just that, to have people come up and tell the stories of how the show has impacted them, how it shows up in their living rooms, the relationships that they have with their family members as they watch. To know that I have that kind of impact, that we've had that kind of impact, I am very, very grateful. So I love meeting the fans.
Yeah. So, sort of bring us up almost to the present day, or to be more precise, last year, you came back in a fashion. I mean, that must have been when you got the call.
Yeah.
Did you get a phone call? Did it come through your agent? How did that come about?
It came through my agent, and they asked if I would be interested in joining them to hang out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Let me get in the gym. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right? That was the hardest part, man. It was like, oh God, I got to put his body back on. Wow, that's going to be a task. Yeah, I dropped right back into him. Just dropped right back in. And as soon as I saw Michael, it was off.
Wow. Yeah.
Off to the races. Let's do this,
Easy as that. Was it emotional walking back onto set?
To feel the crew and crew members, some that I knew, some that I didn't know, to feel the love and reverence for the character. To see Clyde, to see Scott, to see Marco, it's just it was. Yeah. And then other actors. I didn't work. I saw actors that day, but I didn't have scenes with them. I only had a scene with Michael. But just to, it felt good, man.
It was a thrill. It was a thrill to see it.
Thank you.
It was great. Yeah.
You got me with that question, bro. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, it did. That was it was a nice moment.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's nice that based on our conversation up to this point, I'm not surprised by your answer. But it's nice that you found it so easy to just slip straight back into the role.
Not the body, bro. Not the body.
Yeah. Well, some things get a little bit trickier as we get older, don't they?
It's true.
I mean, what's that? 20 years. Yeah, a lot of water under the bridge and a lot of calories. Has your opinion of the character changed over the years? Do you regard him any differently now to then? I mean, obviously you've had a lot of time to sort of sit with him over the.
No, I don't think so. I don't. No, I don't think so. Can't think of in any ways that it would have changed.
Yeah. Final question. If Doakes was watching from on high, watching everything that Dexter's done since season 2, what would he be sitting there thinking?
I'm going to get his ass. That's what he was. Right? Listen. For a long time, I carried the Bay Harbor Butcher moniker. That's like, Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, they framed me, man. So, no, okay, seriously. What would I think? Well, probably would. Doakes would probably have a great degree of compassion for his relationship with Harrison, another fine actor. I mean, that actor Jack is amazing, because it's the underbelly. See, Doakes never saw that, right? I didn't get to see. How often did I get to see the underbelly of Dexter? I didn't see and hear what everybody else saw and heard. So, kind of hard to say what Doakes would think, because he didn't have the advantage of knowing the fullness of who Dexter was, and indeed that he was born in blood, that he was born in trauma. You know, Doakes was not a bad person. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he just didn't have all the information, and there were so many things that Dexter did that kept him one step ahead of Doakes, and it drove him crazy.
Yeah.
How does a blood spatter expert know so damn much?
Yeah. The lab geek.
Yeah. How does he know this stuff? You know?
Yeah. But I like that you use the word compassion there, and I think we saw a little glimpse of that. You mentioned the scene earlier when he thought Dexter was an addict.
Absolutely.
There was compassion in Doakes, and it's nice to hear you feel that Doakes would actually regard Dexter now with some compassion. I'm sure he'd still want him to face justice for his crimes, but there'd kind of be an asterisk and a caveat as to where he's come from.
Yeah, and if he understood him, maybe he would understand why he was such a quote unquote vigilante. Do you know what I mean? He's taking out the trash, as you know. Doakes didn't know that at the time. Also, when you think about the last scenes in the cabin, he's willing to go with him to turn himself in. I'll go with you. We'll do it together. Yeah. That's compassion, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice note to end on.
Well, thank you. Look for me. I'm around. And if you see me at if you see me in the street, come up and say hello. Be respectful. But come up. Right? People get a little carried away, you know.
I bet they do, quoting your lines back at you.
Yeah, they think I'm Doakes. You're like, don't come from behind me saying surprise motherfucker. Don't do that.
Oh,
right. Like,
you're out buying your groceries and someone creeps up behind you and you're there at the chiller.
No, just come up and come up and say, hi, Eric, how you doing? Love your work. Or I love meeting the fans, and I just want to end on that I am so grateful that 20 years later that people still love the show and that they love the character and the work that I did. I'm really grateful as an actor. I couldn't have asked for more. So thanks to the fans, man, and thanks to you.
Yeah. And thank you for talking to me today, and the listeners are going to love hearing from you as much as I have talking to you today.
Thank you, man. You keep dissecting Dexter, okay?